interesting Olympic drama controversy going on here. Uh, the Olympics started on 8808 or 888, which numerologically speaking is lots of drama and controversy and lots of politics going on with the number 8. Uh, Russia and Georgia. Boom! War going on. Supposed to be what? Armistice, right? During the Olympics, but that wasn't the case. And there were two Olympians from both countries who actually were friends from Georgia and Russia. No, not Georgia the state, you dumb bunny. Georgia the country, as in what I tend to think of as where the Golden Fleece, Jason and the Golden Fleece sort of hails from, that legend or whatever. But these two athletes are really good friends, and they squared off in, of all events, the most ironic, a pistol shooting competition. And they united to show the world that that it didn't have to be that way. And then we have the opening ceremony, which was, of course, with the number 8s, glitzy, glamorous, and super beautiful, with Zhang Yimou as the director, who is a famous, very famous director. He directed the movie Hero. Have you ever seen it? With Jet Li. Very good. Excellent. But the child singer in the ceremony was a fake, was a model who was lip syncing for another girl whom was publicly declared by the government to be not cute enough. Not cute enough. Okay, I think that in Chinese is 不够可爱, or 可爱不够了, something like that. And then we have the controversy of the Chinese women's gymnasts. Interesting. Well, in the past, was it Nadia, and there was a few other women Olympians who were underage. They were like 14, who did win gold medals. But they changed the rules because people were ending their careers really young, and they wanted to encourage people to continue on into their older ages. So they made the cutoff age be 16. So the rule is you have to be 16 now in order to compete in the quote-unquote women's category. You know, I don't have any problem with people competing at younger ages, but if you know there's a difference between, you know, people who have, you know, hit that older puberty line and the younger puberty line, why don't you just have a women's and a junior, like, girls version? So you have the kids that can compete, and then you have the regular women's, you know, because obviously 14s and 15-year-olds are pretty good, they're kicking ass, but the Chinese government seems to be falsifying records and passports and so on to say that these girls are 16 when they've been repeatedly published in other championships and records and so on as younger than they actually are. The amount of controversy over the whole Chinese Olympic team is crazy right now. It's on every news broadcast, everything you can think of, everything and anything. That's like the top story right now. So if they're cheating, is that fair? Everyone's going to say, well, they held their own, but being the age that they were, it was at an unfair advantage. Did other people get cut out because they were let in? I mean, it just goes on and on and on. And the more that the Chinese try to cover it up or ignore it, the worse it gets, the worse it's becoming. And it was the IOC or the IFC. They're like, oh, we don't want to touch this right now. We don't want to deal with this right now. But I think you should deal with it now. Either you should go check because if the records are coming out like crazy, published newspapers, records from past competitions, they're all coming up, and these girls' ages are being quoted as younger, much younger, significantly younger. We're talking like anywhere from 9 to like 12 and 13 and 14, which is obviously not 16. If you look at the girls, they don't look like 16. Now, given Asian people tend to look a little younger than people of other races, such as African or Caucasian. But I don't know. They just don't even look. They really don't look like they're 16. You know, it just doesn't show it. It doesn't. It almost looks like they're little boys, even. You know, because they're androgynous at those age, sort of. Either we should rearrange it or change the rules a little bit more. We should, if you want to allow Olympians in at younger ages, you should have a category for the younger ages. Otherwise, there's these temptations to push them in or to cheat and so on. And I just, it's confusing because we already have past Olympians who were 14, who were really young. You know, you gotta do something. You know, either split the categories. I mean, because obviously the female body goes through these different stages, and if they're younger, then they're lighter, they're shorter, they're leaner. You know. So I think they're great, though. I think that the Chinese team did really well, exceptionally well. Really, really good. But I don't know. Passports can be falsified. I would actually like to see the birth certificate evidence because all these other evidence is coming out, and that's confusing, especially when you have lots of it now. It's starting to stack up. It's starting to stack up because every time I look at a new news report, there's more evidence and more evidence and more evidence. Anything else? Let's see. There was the weightlifting guy who had the accident. Michael Phelps, of course. They're calling him Superman. They were calling him like a dolphin. Now they're calling him Superman. What else? Okay, I'm really looking forward to the decathlon, track and field. I've been watching some of that earlier today. I love the Olympics. And I love the world. I love what it's supposed to stand for. If we could just get some of the wrongness out of it, such as cheating, and some people have already been exposed for doping. Doping is a bad thing. It's not a good thing in any way. You can't succeed. You can't succeed. Although I'm noticing some of the people who are winning, who are really good, they tend to they're just going on sheer will. Like I just believe in it. And for me, if it was me and I was training for the Olympics, I'd go completely holistic. I'd be like, this is my diet, this is what I'm on, this is what this is, what kind of nutrition do I need? What kind of things should I be eating? What shouldn't I be eating? What makes me perform better? And I'd be like, okay, well, this, and that. Doping, obviously, for Michael Phelps isn't necessary. The guy's just like a powerhouse. He's just amazing. And then there's the Coventry, the Zimbabwe girl. Really good, amazing. And yes, I don't just root for Americans. I root for other people as well. Yang Wei is good. I'm actually really looking forward to see Liu Xiang run. I saw him run the last time. Amazing. I'm not sure, but I think he's kind of the world champion in his event. So I'm looking to see what he's going to do. I think he's just going to blow him away. I know they had some competition over in Japan and different ones in Asia, and he tends to be the top. So, go Liu Xiang. Liu Xiang, 加油. Anybody got a comment? Let me know.